Joining us right now on the phone is Assistant Chief of Police, Organizational Development Command from the Houston Police Department, Pedro Lopez Jr.
Good morning, Assistant Chief. It's been almost a week now since Harvey made landfall. What have the last few days been like there?
Well, the last few days, good morning. The last few days have been very tough on our department, our city, our officers, and all our families. But we can't complain about working over 24 hours for several days in a row and sleeping about 2 hours a day, when we have thousands of our citizens being displaced and losing everything. There's no comparison, so we got to just keep on working until we're able to help everybody.
And we've seen so many devastating images from this storm. What is it like to actually be there on the ground, see it firsthand?
It's very tough. A lot of things are going on here in Houston. We have a lot of citizens being displaced, taken to shelters. We have over one shelter, the George R. Brown. We have over, at one point, I believe on Monday night, we had over 10,000 residents being placed in that shelter alone. So that taxed our resources. So we had to identify and help and transport other citizens to the Toyota Center, another venue, the Reliance Stadium, and all our resources are pooled in one area, and we have officers that are just trying to help and get to the citizens, but due to the flooding, we had to use the Coast Guard and other agencies to help us evacuate those people. So it's been tough for us, but we're making it happen. Our officers have worked very hard, and with all our civilian counterparts like the Salvation Army, Red Cross, and other health medical organizations, we're making it happen.
There's so much help pouring in from all over the country, and I'm not sure if you could speak to this question, but about 20 miles away from Houston, there's this chemical plant that now people are very concerned about, the Arkema plant. Do you know what's happening there right now? We did hear of several explosions this morning.
Yes, that chemical plant is about 15 to 20 miles on the north side of town, just east of the airport, just south of Kingwood, which is the area that we had a real bad San Antonio River overflew its banks on Tuesday morning, which isolated the residents of Kingwood, so we had to use a lot of air support. That area is about 15 miles from Kingwood. The plant, they had several explosions this morning, so they evacuated it in around a 1.5 mile area. But everything is safe. Everybody's safe. The sheriff's department evacuated everybody out that area, and everything's contained right now.
Well, that's good to hear. The Houston Police Department actually lost one of its own this week. Sergeant Steve Perez, a 34-year veteran of the force. How is the police department coping with that loss? Well,
it's Sergeant Perez. He was a very good person, 34-year veteran. He died 2 days before his birthday. Sunday morning, he left his residence like all of us did, like 4:30 in the morning, trying to get to work, trying to help the citizens. And it was dark, it was raining. I was out there myself at 5:30 in the morning, and what was kind of awkward is that when Sergeant Perez was going down the highway, all the roads was flooded, it was dark, so he didn't see underpass, and he drove straight into some flooded water. Well, maybe about 30 minutes later, I was on the highway overpass above him, and it was about 16 to 20 feet of water covering the underpass, and I was on top of the underpass. I didn't know that Sergeant Perez was under that water, and it breaks my heart. I couldn't do anything to help him. I was right there when it happened, but I didn't know what was going on. So we recovered his body on Monday morning, the day after he came up missing.
Oh boy, and our thoughts are certainly with his family and all of you guys there. I mean, you're working around the clock. What are some things that you've seen out there that have especially struck you?
The big thing that struck me is just the face of the citizens. I worked at the Emergency Operations Center, so I wasn't part of the actual recovery process with the fire department and the police officers. And a lot of citizens came out. We have a flotilla called the Cajun Navy, and without them, there was areas that we couldn't reach. They mobilized themselves, went out to the areas, and helped us evacuate the citizens. But my job is to coordinate the resources at the Emergency Operations Center. But when talking to my fellow officers and friends, when they come back and get food and supplies, just the look on their faces is just shocked. And when you look at the TV and you see the faces of the people who are being affected, everybody's in shock. It happened so quick. The water took over so quickly Sunday morning, and that people had no time to gather anything. They had to grab their clothes and just leave, knowing that when they return in the next few days, their house is gone and everything that they own and their life is gone. So that's just to look at their faces when you see them when they come into the shelters.
Well, we're certainly thinking about all of the people of your area this morning. Pedro Lopez Jr., Assistant Chief of Police of the Houston Police Department, thank you so much for being with us. Of course, if you want any more information about what you can do to help, just head to our website, fox5ny.com.
And it is really good to see so much support coming in. Those guys really need it.
Oh, truthfully.
And our hearts are with everybody right now in Houston.